Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Today we're reacting to the final chapter of Golden Kamuy, except I'm recording this part actually like 2 days later after I recorded it. So I saw the chapter came out and I was like, I need to watch this now. But I wanted to record it so I can have like my reaction saved, I guess. But I was at my friend's house. So I just recorded it there. And the lighting's actually really good there. The lighting was amazing there, way better than my room. So yeah, that's what that is. I decided I need to record a little intro. I was really scared going into it, but I think it ended up fine. But yeah, let's just get into the actual reaction. It's a totally different clip, but let's just put that in. I have it open. I'm so scared. Golden Kamuy 314. Okay, so it starts off with that. Okay, cool. Final chapter. Those who meet are destined to part ways. Saying goodbye opens the door up to the world of new possibilities until we meet again. Until we meet again. That's not ominous at all. Starts off 6 months later. Okay, cool. Tokyo. Did he actually die? Dried persimmons. You bet we've got them. And it's I forgot her name. Asirpa. Asirpa. Dried persimmons. The way she's looking at it, I'm pretty sure Sugimoto's dead. If you ate dried persimmons, Sugimoto, then, or maybe he's just brain dead. I wouldn't be surprised. Something like that. Ma'am, listen. What's wrong? You're awfully pale. I feel like I've seen her before. Somewhere. Oh, is she the person that Sugimoto's gonna give the money to? There's a terrifying looking man standing in front of the store. Should I go and get your husband? I don't think it's worth making such a big fuss over it. Tora Taro, stop that right now. Is that, Shirashi? Pardon me, is there something you're looking for? The daffodils are quite lovely at this time of year. There are also flowers we've been growing in the greenhouse. And she smells something. Saichi? He didn't die. Okay. I genuinely thought he was dead. I genuinely thought he was dead. Yeah, he has new scars. Okay. Looks like you got surgery to fix your eyes, Fume. Here, I don't know if this will be of any use to you, but it's what Toraji asked me to do, so I'm giving it to you. And that's their kid, right? You know, your dad, I owe him my life. He was a real hero. Well then, thank you very much. And then the boy gives the money to the woman. And so that was, does she kin? It looks like you've got the surgery, so she already has it. But like the entire thing that Sugimoto was doing was that she could get the money for that. So that's weird. Oh, he's back already. And okay, there's Shirashi. He comes back. That was pretty damn sneaky of you, going and slipping yourself 2 handfuls of your share. But well, thanks to that, you were able to concentrate on Asirpa and the land deed back in Hakodate, I bet. The Golden Kamuy isn't needed to protect the Ainu. That's the answer I've arrived at. I want her to become someone who chooses the difficult and thorny path of her own free will, and tries to grasp happiness with her own 2 hands. I'm leaving the rest to you, Asirpa. For our sake, the future is yours to choose. And like it's going through Wilk, it's going through Kyoranke, it's going through what was her name? I'm so bad with names. I promise I like this manga. I just can't remember her names. It wasn't Anna. It was, I don't remember. Sorry. That's fine with me, but I think the Golden Kamuy isn't necessarily all that bad. I feel like its purpose changes based on who is using it. I believe that the gold I gave them will be of use to Ume and Toraji's son. And after all, wasn't part of the gold used to buy the land they intended to leave for the Ainu? 1 month earlier, okay. What happened to Hichikata in the Battle of Hakodate? It was a thorn lodged into my heart. Inamoto Takeaki? I never would have imagined that he was locked away in a distant prison in the middle of nowhere. If you hadn't sent this Kanesada to me, I never would have considered meeting with you. Okay, that's the sword, I guess. He must have given this to you, knowing that it would be a pass that allowed you to step foot within these walls. This land deed contains official documents from the envoys of 6 different countries, certifying that each of them approved it. Wow, okay. I honestly didn't know what the land deed was like. I thought it was just like, okay, yeah, we have it, but like, is anyone really gonna respect it? No, that's what I thought, but apparently. This means that government can't pretend that this document is a mere fraud. That's the reason why they wanted to get their hands on it. I don't have much time left. There are 2 men you can trust, Ito Hirobumi and his close confidant Saionji Kinmochi. I'll make a copy of this deed, and you should keep the original, young lady. Okay. He's eating the dried persimmons. That's cute. Well, it's just as good as I remember. That's not what I meant. Don't you feel any different now that you've eaten dried persimmons? Not really, but personally I think it's fine even if I don't change. I gave my all to fulfill my duty, so I'm pretty satisfied with myself as I am right now. Yeah. What's your next move then, Sugimoto? Are you gonna stay here? That fried shrimp I ate at the Imperial Hotel sure was tasty. But to eat good food here in the capital cost a whole lot of money. That was, what he was talking about is, I guess, when he was set up with the girl to marry her and then he went naked, because that's how Golden Kamuy works. Squirrel cheetah top was every bit as tasty. Rabbit eyes and deep deer brain sprinkled with salt. Orca Tatsuta age and eagle foot, otter head and swan beak. All of it was delicious. I have finally found a place where I think I can be happy. Let's go back home, Asirpa. And they're both smiling at each other. Okay, I'm screenshotting that. Okay, so I don't know. Where's everyone else? Because, like, Koito's still alive. I guess. He is, right? A lot of people died. Noto's just like, no, okay, you're dead, like, you killed everyone. So, like, there's, like, what, like, I can count how many people are alive on my fingers. So, like, you know, I'm pretty sure Koito survived. But what about Tsurumi? That's the question. Did Tsurumi survive? I don't think he did, though. But I thought Sugimoto died with them, but yeah. Where did Shirashi run off to? Maybe he's pooping in the street. Right in the middle of Tokyo? I ain't a fan of tearful goodbyes. See ya later, Sugimoto Sachi. You too, Asirpa. I wish you both the best. Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. It's Shirashi. Kantaro started up a small sheep ranch and later became a big-time ranch owner. Good for him. Like, honestly, good for him. Like, you know, Hichikato Toshizo told me that scar is proof you didn't turn your back in battle. Nagakura Shinpachi spent the rest of his life in Otaru, teaching college students kendo and writing about the Shisengumi. Just like in our timeline, the whereabouts of Hichikata Toshizo's body still remains a mystery. Mumbo Gaki. Okay. Tanigaki returned to Ani and had 15 children with Increment. Aside from his eldest child, they were all sons. Okay, good for him. Like, I'm glad they're happy together. Like, that's all that matters, really. Kadokawa, along with Kirawis and Mansur, somehow made their way over to America 10 years later. They shot and starred in a silent Western film about cavalrymen, fugitives, and a samurai and Ainu from Japan, all fighting over a hidden stash of Native American gold. It was a huge box office bomb. However, the views on the film have been changing recently and is now considered a cult classic. Okay, good for them too. I'm glad they talk about Kirawis because I love Kirawis so much. He's one of my favorite characters. This is a painting that a famous Russian artist refused to part with until his death. Death of the Wildcat. Vasily. Oh, Vasily painted it? That's cool. It was put up for auction and sold to Japanese IT company for 300 million yen. Hakodate Bay. And you see Tsukishima and Koito. Tsukishima, just how long do you intend to keep searching? I'd settle for anything, even a single bone would suffice. If only I could find that forehead protector. Look, I went into this believing that Lieutenant Surumi would make something happen if he used the land eating gold. What am I supposed to do with my life now? Okay, so he's looking for Surumi, but Surumi probably died in the train crash. So like, why would he be in the ocean? Okay, the Ainu land eating gold. Even without those things, it is our duty as soldiers to defend our nation. It doesn't matter if Lieutenant Surumi is here with us or not. We must continue onward. Our faction will be tried as rebels by the government, no matter what methods Central Command may employ. We have the important task of defending all of the men who stuck with Lieutenant Surumi. Do we even have a shot at victory? Okay, so they're like worried about like the other guys who are with them. That's kind of cool, I guess. That is why it's essential that I have someone exceptional acting as my right-hand man. Sergeant Tsukishima, lend me your strength. I require your aid. He was never the one to mince words. Step to it, Tsukishima, right now. Yes, sir. Thereafter, 2nd Lieutenant Koito became the final commander of the 7th Division, and Tsukishima Hajime served as Lieutenant General Koito Otonoshin's devoted right-hand man. Okay, that's cool. In order to keep our culture from vanishing, it needs to be passed down to the new Ainu. I have to go back to Karafuto and to the people of the minority ethnic groups beyond Karafuto as well. That is my duty. Perhaps thanks in part to her diligent efforts, today many tools and objects used by the Ainu people are displayed in museums all around the world. That culture has been passed down thanks to the cooperation of the effort of the Ainu and Japanese people. Asirpa spent her whole life continuing to negotiate with the government, and although she wasn't able to cover all the land mentioned in the deed, during the Showa era, much of it was designated as national or quasi-national parks. Okay, and even now, fulfilled with content within the vast world of nature, the Kamuy will continue to live on. And then you see a bear, and you see the bird, you see the squirrel, like all like the things that they would eat and stuff, you know. Is that the tree that they would make like boats and stuff from? That's cool too. 3 years later, I wasn't. It sure was nice to be able to get all those squirrels, right, Estirpa? Yep. Huchi will be very happy. Huchi's still alive. That's good. That's good. I like. That's so good. A letter came for Sugimoto Nispa. Huh? It's from Shirashi. Shirashi? The letter is completely blank. There's still something inside the envelope. He dumped something out. What the hell? He actually pulled it off? Shirashi Yoshitaka, one king. And as to how Shirashi got all the gold out of there and became the king of an island somewhere in Southeast Asia, well, that's a story for another time. Hey, aren't you Shirashi? So like, he actually became rich. So like, good for him. I guess just good for him, I guess. And that's the final chapter of Golden Kamuy. Wow. I'll probably record an intro later. But yeah, I was just so scared going into it. Tsukishima's probably dead. Or Tsurumi. Tsurumi's probably dead. Let's read the little afterword from Noda. And with this, our story comes to an end. When Golden Kamuy began its serialization, I had already decided that Hakodate was going to be where the finale took place. So throughout the entire process, I kind of worked backward from that point to put it together in the story. Yeah, because that was what happened too. And I really liked that. That was really cool. Golden Kamuy is the story of Sugimoto Saichi. And I thought it was rather fitting to have it end on the 31st volume, since his name is Saichi after all. Translator note, this is Japanese wordplay on Saichi sounding similar to San-ichi or 3-1. Yeah, okay. All things are bound to come to an end, and so did Golden Kamuy. The decision to send Golden Kamuy off with a featured cover illustration on April 28th was made about 5 months ago. It's a complete coincidence that it falls on the day of the Golden Kamuy special exhibition. After roughly finding out how the climax of the story would go, and after some consultations regarding scheduling, I had to make sure I didn't get sick or turn in any manuscripts late. That pressure, combined with trying to figure out how to divide the story up into the remaining chapters, made every single day pure agony. I am so relieved that I somehow made it to the end. I'm extremely grateful to both the editorial division and my managing editor for letting me draw what I wanted and not stretching the series out during the manga serialization. Without question, Mr. Ukuma is responsible for fixing up and raising the quality of this crazy runaway horse of a manga. Yeah, I like the series a lot. Also, due to the page constraints of this being a magazine serialization, I was forced to pare down some of my art. However, this will be remedied in the volume release with more care put into the art so it's easier to digest as a whole, and hopefully that will make the final result more satisfactory. I can't say that it's perfect, but seeing as there's nobody aside from myself that can draw Golden Kamuy better, I'll have to settle for this. As of now, I'm diving straight into production of the final volume so that you don't have to wait long to read it. Besides, there's the 4th season of the anime, the special exhibition, and a live action adaptation coming. So I'll still be tied together with Golden Kamuy for a while. It's been 7.5 years since Golden Kamuy began its serialization, and during that run, there have been a ton of people that have helped me out. I'd like to start by thanking Professor Nakagawa and other language cultural supervisors, my sources, because yeah, the sources too, like the amount of research that you have to do for like this series, like Dr. Stone level, I would honestly say. Like, yeah, Dr. Stone, yeah, they need a ton of research and sources for all, like, the science stuff. But for all, like, the history stuff you need for Golden Kamuy, like, really, the photographers, the designer, everyone involved with the anime and its broadcast, Mugishima and the other members of the editorial production team, everyone affiliated with Shueisha, my sub-editors, my background assistants, my wife. I even dragged my parents. He has a wife. With how Golden Kamuy is, I genuinely thought he might have a husband. I'm not even joking. But I last but not least, I'd like to thank you, the readers. I would never have made it this far without your love and support for Golden Kamuy. As I get my energy back, I'd like to slow down the pace a bit and start slowly working on another series that interests me and I can put my passion behind, such as Golden Kamuy did. Definitely reading that. I'm not closing the door to the possibility of a spin-off series. With that said, I already figured out what I'll be working on next, and preparatory work has already begun. To all those folks who fell in love with my work through Golden Kamuy, I sincerely hope that you read my next series. I will. Thank you so much for reading. Noda Satoru. I'm gonna cry, but my throat's gonna give out. I've been talking nonstop for 17 minutes. My voice is gonna give out. But yeah, that was really nice. I'm definitely gonna read the new series. He said it's not off the table for there to be a spin-off series, and I think a spin-off series of just growing up a Sirpa would just be so good. Like, it would be so good, you know? But yeah, this has been so fun. The ending is really nice, actually, and it ended really a lot better than I thought it would, because I genuinely thought Sugimoto was gonna die. Like, for the past couple chapters, I honestly thought, oh, he's going to die. Like, it was there, like, you know? But yeah, this was really fun. We're gonna record the intro when I get back home. I'm at our friend's house right now. So yeah, I'm surprised the front camera is this good. Usually it's horrible, but I have like good lighting, so I think that helps. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and bye.